sorry too for my mistakes. Okay, so today we are going to discuss generics. Okay, I will not discuss in details in generics. Just we will have to know what is generics, how we can define a generic method, and how we are going to define a generic class. Okay, so before we start the discussion, let me share the screen first.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in previous class lecture. Ma'am, वो जो custom exception था उसमें हम जो try block के अंदर throw statement लिखते हैं वो उसका purpose क्या होता है exact?
Try block.
Try block के अंदर हम जब custom exception बनाते हैं तो try block के अंदर हम throw statement लिखते हैं. तो हम throw क्यों लिखते हैं उधर?
Because as we are creating which type of exception? Custom exception. Okay, these are not system defined exception. So whenever we are writing our own exception class, like in just in the custom exception, just a minute, let me open that example. This one. Okay, so यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? This is the class. It is designed by whom? इसे हम लोग डिजाइन किए हैं. Okay, we have designed this class, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if we want to print this particular message, हमें ये particular message print करना है, then what we need to do? We need to throw this exception. Okay, otherwise वो क्या होगा? Otherwise, if you are going to write here catch exception E, then it will call which exception? It will call the exception class itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and accordingly the message will get printed, and the exception that you have particularly designed or the exception that you particularly want to print, it will not get printed. Okay, so if you don't want to use this throw statement also, अगर ये throw statement तुम्हें use नहीं करना है, okay, now suppose here you are not going to, just a minute, just if we want to print this, यहाँ पर क्या करेंगे हम लोग? एक exception throw करेंगे. So as does we are having any kind of error here in this particular program? We don't have. So let me open this one. Here I have done one question. Just check this one question. Okay, यहाँ पर एक क्या exception बना है? Which type of exception is there? Marks out of bound. Okay, so ये फिर से user defined exception बना है. Mika, are you clear listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here in the student class, if here it is written if marks is greater than 100, ठीक है, marks अगर greater than 100 है, हमें क्या चाहिए? What we need to print? We need to print that marks exceed than range. तो ये कैसे print होगा? By calling which class? This exception class. Okay. So as marks greater than 100 is technically, is there any mistake? Is there?
No.
Does there any mistake is there if the marks is greater than 100? We don't have any there is no mistake. Okay, so logic wise it is correct, because when if you are not going to mention this statement, ये क्या होगा? कुछ error नहीं दिखाएगा, वो print कर जाएगा value. Okay, but यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करें? We are explicitly providing a exception. यहाँ पर explicitly हम लोग क्या raise कर रहे हैं? We are raising a exception if the marks,
okay ma'am, समझ में आया.
if marks greater than 100 हम लोग explicitly एक exception raise कर रहे हैं. So when we are explicitly raising one exception, we need which keyword? Throw keyword. Okay, So
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ, if you are not, हाँ, अगर try catch, हाँ, throw keyword हो गया. अगर तुम लोग यहाँ पर try catch block नहीं लिखोगे, if you are not providing try catch block, तो तुम्हें यहाँ पर क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? Now suppose here I will not provide this try catch block. Okay. Now this catch statement, it will not print anything. And यहाँ पर तुम लोग ने क्या किया है? Throw कर रहे हो. So it will ask here to write throws and the exception name. Oh, I have mistakenly written here. It will be written in the method. Okay, if you are not intend to write the try catch block, यहाँ पर तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा? You need to write the throws and the exception name.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
So,
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो.
ma'am, that custom exception that we created is treated as checked exception.
Custom exception is
Treated as checked exception by Java compiler.
हाँ. Okay, so here either checked exception, here either you need to write the try catch block or you need to write the throws keyword. And one thing remember, अगर try catch block में exception लिखते हो तो क्या होगा? try catch block के बाद जो भी line है वो execute होगा. अगर try catch block नहीं लिखोगे and you are writing that throws, exception name and this keyword, then क्या होगा? जहां पर exception generate हो रहा है वो generate होके program stop हो जाएगा, बाद वाला line execute नहीं होगा. समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubt you have, or should I move to the next question? याला देख लो. This one is your assignment question. ये तुम्हारा assignment का question है. There it is asked ना, एक student class बनाओगे. There you are going to enter the name and the marks. Okay, and यहाँ पर एक customized exception class बना रहे हो. So the exception class name here is marks out of bound exception, extend exception. Okay, string to string exception occurred. This is S means marks exceed the range. So when I will run the code, यहाँ पे देखो student class में name and marks input किए. If the marks is greater than 100, then it will throw this exception. ये exception throw करेगा, तो इसको मैंने try catch block में डाल दिया है. Now when I will run the code, as your marks कितना enter हुआ है? The mark entered is 101. So यहाँ पर क्या क्या? Exception occur, marks exceed the range, and the next part is it is कौन सा function काम कर रहा है? Display function. यहाँ पर name and marks display कर रहा है. If I have not used the try catch block, अगर try catch block यहाँ पर use नहीं हुआ होता, so look how it will happen. यहाँ पर मैंने लिखा होता throws marks, and this is not checked exception because in checked exceptions are predefined. ठीक है, ये सब unchecked exception है. Even though you are making the customized exception, you are using the throws keyword, then उसके साथ तुम्हें क्या use करना पड़ेगा? Throw. Marks. One. I will remove this one. Okay, so I have not used. I have used this one, sorry. यहाँ पर भी लिखना पड़ेगा throws marks out of bound exception. Now, when I will run the code, यहाँ पर देखो, what is happening? It is displaying the exception. Exception आ गया. Does it running the s.display part?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, this is the difference between throws and try catch block. Okay, And checked exception, if you are writing any checked exception, यहाँ पर तुम्हें class import करना पड़ेगा. You need to import the class and check that the predefined. Custom भी तुम लोग बना सकते हो. You can have some custom exception, but we can't call it as a checked exception. Now, when I will run the program, now यहाँ पर देखो, if we are writing it with the help of try catch block. Okay. Are you clear? Are you clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should I move to the next part? Should I move to the next part? Okay, now check here. I'm creating one package. And my package name here is generics. Yes, here I will write first example 1. Now suppose I want to define a method in order to print a variable. एक मेथड में डिफाइन करूंगी एक वेरिएबल प्रिंट करने के लिए. तो यहाँ पर मैं मेथड लिखी. आई हैव रिटन द मेथड हियर. पब्लिक static void display. Now it is a parameterized method A. Now the objective of the method is to print which type of value here? ये कौन सा टाइप का वैल्यू डिस्प्ले करेगा?
Integer value.
Integer value. Now suppose I want to write a method in order to display a floating value. हम लोग क्या करेंगे? What we need to do?
We create another method.
हम लोग अलग से एक मेथड बनाएंगे. Okay. And we need to rename the method again. और otherwise यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करेंगे? मेथड ओवरलोडिंग कंसेप्ट. अब ये कौन सा वैल्यू प्रिंट करेगा? डबल वैल्यू. Now suppose I want to print a string value. फिर क्या करेंगे? What I need to do?
Create another
method. Then it is of which type? String type. Now display. Here I am writing. So it will print which type of value?
string value.
String value. What is the common thing between the methods? Can you tell me? 5, 5.5 and 4. What are the common thing among this method?
The same method name.
Method name same है. We are having same method name and what is common?
Variables number of same है.
हाँ, variables सब same है, variable name same है, and we are printing only the values of those variable, isn't it?
Yes.
But what is different? Data types are different. Okay, is it not tiresome job to define same method with the same signature, with the same purpose, but the data types are different? तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? You are ज़्यादा टाइम लग रहा है ना? It is making it more complex. Again and again we are repeating the same set of code.
Yes.
Suppose if we are going to write one code, एक general code लिखेंगे और वो कोड में हम लोग जो भी टाइप का इनपुट देंगे, it will give us that result. वो अच्छा रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा?
Yes.
Okay, so here I am showing you, instead of writing again and again repetitively these things, suppose here I am defining one method. Now let this is my method. and here I am providing something like this, and यहाँ पर I will not specify to a particular data type. कोई भी data type का value लेगा and it will print. I am just putting these things. I am just deleting all this thing. Okay. Now I will run the code. Here you are getting the different value.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting the different value?
Yes, ma'am.
More efficient one, can you tell me? This one or this one? Huh?
Second.
Second one. Okay, so instead of doing the same thing again and again, we are just generalizing the entire method for a single time, and it will accept any type of input. कुछ भी type का input ले लो, it will display you the value. Now suppose here I will provide a character value. What character value? Here I am just providing a Boolean value. It will print the Boolean value. देखो. Are you not getting these things? पहला इंटीजर आ गया. Next one is the double value, string value. This one is character value. This one is your
Boolean value.
Boolean value. अगर float value चाहोगे तो यहाँ पर क्या लिखोगे?
5.4 F.
F. Again I will run it. Here ये देखो float value भी आ गया. So instead of writing the method for how many number of times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am writing for how many number of times?
Only one.
Only one. So this is our concept of generics. इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Generics. So just let me define what generics is, and we will again discuss another few questions. No, recursion is not there in your quiz syllabus, but you again I am just saying try to focus because we need to complete the course. Very soon you will have your mid semester, afterwards semester सब हो जाएगा. So quiz के लिए अभी तक जितना भी पढ़ाई होगा, just have a look over it. You will have very fundamental questions, okay, and accordingly you prepare for your other exams also. I don't think you will get sufficient time for the preparation again. Okay, so just write down generics. It generics allow the programmer to specify with a single method or class declaration or a set of related types. It provides compile time type safety. Type safety means data type. Irrespective of the data type, we are going to write the program. So user जो भी input देगा, it will accept that input and work accordingly. Type safety that enables or allows the programmer to identify invalid types at compile time. Okay, so generics, it allows the programmer to specify with a single type of method or a class definition or a set of related types. It provides compile time type safety that enables or allows the programmer to identify invalid types at the compile time. Types here, it means data types. Okay. Are you clear? Have you noted it down?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, note it down. Then we will move to the method generics. Okay. Over. Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So write down method generics. Here a single generic method declaration can be called with arguments of different data types. Based on the type of argument passed to the method, the compiler handles each method call. So तुम लोग जिस टाइप के आर्ग्यूमेंट पास करोगे ड्यूरिंग द मेथड कॉल, okay, the data type is going to be changed accordingly. Okay, so you should remember few rules while defining a method generics. So the rules are rules for method generics. All the method declaration have a this one. Okay, इसे क्या बोलते हैं? They have a this angular bracket. Okay, type parameter section. Okay, this is basically known as your type parameter section. And one thing remember, whatever the type here you are defining, it should be of which type, in which way? Capital letter में लिखना. So you need to this in the type parameter section, the type must be defined in the capital letter. Okay. The second rule here is the It is not mandatory, but better you write it, otherwise you will get confused with the variable name. The type specified in type parameter section must be in capital. Okay. And another thing, remember, the type parameter section contains one or more type parameter separated by commas. Okay, are you clear? These are the specific rule. All the method declaration must have this angular bracket. इसको क्या बोला जाता है? This is known as your type parameter section. The type specified in type parameter section must be in capital. The type parameter section contains one or more type parameters separated by comma. So the syntax पहले रहेगा access specifier, followed by this type parameter section, then आ गया तुम्हारा return type, then your method name. Okay, और यहाँ पर क्या रहेगा? जो भी type लिखे होगे, type followed by your variable name. Are you clear? Are you clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should we go with another example?
Wait, ma'am.
Okay, I am waiting. Just note it down. Is the screen is visible to you clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Just note down the rules, okay, how you are going to write method generics.
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलो.
ma'am, can you explain the second part of intro to generics, ma'am? That write in blue color. Second part.
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
It provides compile time type safety that enables or allow the programmer to identify the invalid type at compile time. So it basically specifies यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करें when we are providing the data types here. Okay, so ये क्या हो रहा है? This one will be identifying the data types at which time? This part it is handling the data type at runtime or compile time. Now suppose here I am writing this 3 or any symbols you provide here. Okay, so display this one. So ये क्या हो रहा है? Is it a data type?
No, ma'am.
Is it not a data type? C. I am writing simply C. C is a data type.
No, ma'am.
So it is saying, just a minute, let me change the value here. So here it is saying that it provides a compile time type safety, means we can define the data type during the compile time, which will allow the programmer to identify the invalid types at the कंपाइल टाइम में हम लोग को पता क्या चल जाएगा, विच इज द वैलिड डेटा टाइप एंड विच वन इज द इनवैलिड डेटा टाइप. ओके.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
सो व्हेन हम लोग जब स्कैनर क्लास ac.next int वो सब लेके करते थे, okay, at that time what is happening during the run time, we are identifying the data type.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is just saying that at the compilation time, the programmer will easily identify that which one is the correct one and which one is the incorrect one.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so it provides a compile time type safety. So compilation time में पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सा data type क्या है and which data type we are going to use it. I will explain in detail during the programming part. Over this part? Have you all completed?
Wait.
Okay. Do it quickly. Over?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, ये जो compile time checking है, that you will know when we will create the array list. Array list, I don't think we will have sufficient time. Okay, I will show you one example for array list. There you will know how it is compile time safety, type checking safety. Okay. In the lab, just remind me to do the program. Have you all completed this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now just move to the program. Here I am doing another program. We have done swapping of two numbers, isn't it? Swapping of two numbers हम लोग ने बनाया था ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you remember anyone remember the code with third variable? Here I am writing the code. Void swap. So if I will pass here two numbers, int A, int B, then here what I need to define? Third variable, int C. Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Third variable.
Int C. Then what will happen? C is equals to
C is equal to A.
A. Then A equals to
C is equal to B. B
B. Then
B is equal to
is
C.
equal to C.
equals to C. And here we are going to print the value. System.out.println A equals to 10 plus A followed by B equals to plus B. Okay. So in the function, when I will call the function, यहाँ पर मैंने क्या कौन सा दो वैल्यू पास किया है?
2 and 4.
Swap 2, 4. Now, यहाँ पर it will swap the output here is 4 and 2. Now suppose here I will pass the value 2.2. यहाँ पर क्या हो गया 4.4. Which type of value are this?
Double value.
Double value. Now the program is running.
No, ma'am.
Is it working?
No ma'am, compilation error.
Compilation error आ गया. Now I want to swap this two value. Is it possible?
No ma'am.
So if I want to make these things are possible, then मुझे इससे क्या करना पड़ेगा? What I need to define here? Generic type. So now let here I am using the generic one. ये angular bracket में I have defined t. So int के जगह मैं क्या लिखूंगी?
T.
T. And here int instead of int, what I am going to write?
T.
T. और c की जगह मैं क्या लिख दूंगी?
T.
T. Now check, is it possible now? देखो, I will run the code. Now check, is it possible now?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is one of the biggest advantage of generics. We can swap any two types of variable, okay, with the same method code. Okay, if you want to define more
So
than
there
one,
won't be any problem if we are with data types if you are using generics then.
no, you don't have any problem. Okay. So here you can easily क्या हो रहा है compile time में ही तुम्हें वो जो data type ले रहे थे in the previous case, if we are declaring both are integer type, then it is showing what? During the compile time, it is showing the error that we cannot swap two double variable or one integer, one double variable, isn't it?
Yes ma'am.
But here, if we are defining it using generics, we can do all the possible cases.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, this is one of the advantage of generics. Now, suppose you want to provide this too. अगर तुम दो different type के data type ले सकते हो, one case we can do with defining एक ही type define करके हम लोग बना सकते हैं. Otherwise, I can go with in this way also. Okay, so here I think you will find it a difficulty क्योंकि यहाँ पर तुम्हें 3 type के बनाने पड़ेंगे. And this is Z.
मैम जेनेरिक्स में टाइप कास्टिंग कर सकते हैं?
जेनेरिक्स में ऑटो टाइप कास्टिंग होता है. जेनेरिक्स में टाइप कास्टिंग की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, इट इज ऑटोमेटिकली. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? व्हाट इज हैपनिंग हियर? डू आई एम कन्वर्टिंग दिस टू इंटीजर टाइप और स्ट्रिंग टू इंटीजर? कुछ कन्वर्ट हो रहा है?
No, ma'am.
नो मैम, मैम पिछले एग्जांपल के लिए बोल रहा था, जैसे आप t, x लिए.
हाँ, उस टाइम में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. तो हाँ, उसका और एक एग्जांपल है, वो क्लास के लिए यूज होगा, मैं बताऊंगी. वो ऑटो टाइप कास्टिंग करेगा. आज हियर ऑल द, यहाँ पर A, B, C तीनों का टाइप क्या है? ऑल 3 आर सेम डेटा टाइप के होने चाहिए when we are doing the type casting. So यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? ऑटो टाइप कास्टिंग हो रहा है. So here we don't need the t, x. ये देखो, यहाँ पर क्या जा रहा है? What is coming here? कंपाइलेशन एरर आ रहा है. सो हम लोग, मैंने यहाँ पर कौन सा टाइप का लिया है? टी टाइप. सो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? ये इंटीजर है, दिस वन इज योर स्ट्रिंग. सो ये जब इंटरचेंज कर रहा है वो ऑटो टाइप कास्ट कर रहा है क्या? आर यू आर चेंजिंग द डेटा टाइप?
नो मैम, मैम जैसे हम लोग अगर c को जैसे t और x लिए,
हाँ.
और a को t दिए और b को x दिए और c,
हाँ, यहाँ पर t और x लिखे. यहाँ पर क्या करेंगे? x लेंगे.
यस मैम.
हाँ, फिर यहाँ पर
मैम जो एक्सप्लिसिट टाइप कास्टिंग करते हैं, जैसे इंट, जब फ्लोट को इंट में करना होता है तो इक्वल टू के बाद हम पैरेंथेसिस
नहीं, वो नहीं होगा. हाँ, तुम जो एक्सप्लिसिट टाइप कास्टिंग, यू आर सेइंग दिस वन. जस्ट अ मिनट. double x is equals to this double and यहाँ पर क्या आ गया y. Now suppose if y is an integer variable,
इंटीजर तो हाईएस्ट वैल्यू
y is an integer variable. This is your explicit typecasting. We don't need this explicit typecasting in generics.
ओके
Yeah. So I will show you the other example also. We don't need the explicit typecasting in generics. Yeah, while we will discuss in class, I will show you that example. Okay. Are you clear?
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलो.
ma'am, can we take input using generic?
Yes.
Ma'am, can we take input using generic?
We can take inputs using generics also.
Ma'am, can you show some example, please?
Inputs. Okay, just a minute. Let me complete another question, then we will go with the input one. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ, पहले एक array वाला बना लेते हैं program, then I will show you the input using generics. Okay, are you clear with this one? अगर यहाँ पर input लेना चाहते हो, you can take it the input. Okay, first let me complete another example. Then I will go with the input one. Okay. Are you clear with this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just next question. Check it. To print, write down the question. Note down the question, all of you. To print the values of array of different data types. Okay, using method generics. No, it is not possible. Okay. It is not possible. Okay, go with this question. Print the values of array of different data types using method generics. So in order to print the value, what I need to write here? I equals to क्या होगा? Then here a of I. Okay. So what you are going to provide here? What is the output here?
1 2 3 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it is basically printing which type of array?
Integer.
Integer array. Double array, again we need to define another one. So here I am taking the generics one. Instead of int, यहाँ पर क्या लिखा होगा? T. Okay, now what we need to do here, यहाँ पर integer के जगह we need to write here in the capital one. Integer. Similarly for double, I need to write here in capital 1, double D is equals to 1.1, 2.2, 3.3, 4, 5.5. Okay. And here, यहाँ पर मुझे क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? In order to print the value of the array, I need to write the method name print array. Then here the value here is D. System.out.println D. So now when I will run the code, what is the output here you are getting? One is the first one is your integer value, and this one is your
double value.
double value. So what it is basically doing, यहाँ पर data type देखो तो what it is written here?
Integer.
Instead of
Int.
and यहाँ पर क्या लिखा है? D is
Double.
instead of small d. Okay, अगर मैंने एक character array print करना है, I need to define the character array in this way. So what are these things? Anyone having any idea? A, B, C, then next one is my D, then here my next value here is E. So in order to print the character array, यहाँ पर क्या लिखा हुआ है? C. So when I will run the code, यहाँ पर क्या आ गया देखो तो? Which value is there? A, B, C, D. But here I have not defined it as what? यहाँ पर क्या डिफाइन नहीं हुआ है? What is the data type for character? Character का data type क्या है? What is the data type for the character?
CHAR.
And यहाँ पर character अगर CHAR लिख रहे हैं तो यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है? What it is happening? यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है देखो तो? You are finding out some error is there?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So यहाँ पर instead of small character, what I am writing?
Character.
Character. So these are nothing but your class names. Okay, for my data types, my data type is integer, character, float, double. Okay, for this we are having integer, character here C is capital, here float, this one is my double value. So these are nothing but your class type, and these are your base type. These are your base primitive type, and these are all are your which type?
Class type.
Class type. So these are basically boolean ka boolean. So the class type here is capital B, boolean. Okay, string का तो हम लोग string ही लिखते हैं. We are writing string. Okay, so these are basically called as your wrapper class. Okay, so when we are using instead of class type, instead of base type, what we are using in the generics, the class type, and these are nothing but known as your wrapper class. So we are not going to discuss in detail all those things, but must just to remember, यहाँ पर हम लोग ये सब जो 1 2 3 4 5 दिस आर ऑफ विच टाइप? ये क्लास टाइप है. क्लास टाइप मतलब ये सब क्या हो गया? दिस आर द इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट्स बन गए. दिस आर द
इंटीजर ऑब्जेक्ट्स.
हाँ, ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड दिस आर द ऑब्जेक्ट्स. सो जेनेरिक्स में क्या होता है? इट इज बेसिकली परफॉर्मिंग अनबॉक्सिंग एंड बॉक्सिंग. ऑटो बॉक्सिंग, अनबॉक्सिंग इट इज परफॉर्मिंग. मीन्स क्लास टाइप से वो कौन से टाइप को कन्वर्ट कर रहा है? यहाँ पर बेस टाइप. ओके, दिस आर इट इज कन्वर्टिंग फ्रॉम क्लास टाइप टू बेस टाइप. डू यू रिमेंबर? आई थिंक डू यू रिमेंबर दिस वन? स्ट्रिंग एस इज इक्वल्स टू, हम लोग जैसे दो तरीकों से स्ट्रिंग को डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं ना.
यस.
ओके, अनदर वन इज योर स्ट्रिंग S1 is equals to new string, and यहाँ पर पैरामीटर हम लोग दे देते हैं. You can define it in this two way.
यस मैम.
तो ये क्या होता है? यहाँ पर मेमोरी स्पेस क्रिएट हो जाता है. तो ये कौन सा टाइप का बन गया? S1 is your string type, means your object type.
यस मैम.
ओके, सो यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? एक क्लास, एक ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर्मेशन हुआ. वहां पर क्या स्टोर होगा? स्ट्रिंग ऑब्जेक्ट S1, वहां पर हाई स्टोर होगा. एंड देयर इज अ स्ट्रिंग वेरिएबल, वहां पर क्या स्टोर होगा? हेलो स्टोर होगा. ओके, सो दिस इंटीजर, डबल, कैरेक्टर, व्हाटएवर इट इज रिटन हियर आर बेसिकली ये सब जो वेरिएबल्स बना है वो कौन सा टाइप का बना है? These are called as your object type. Okay, and with the generics we are converting the object type to object type. से कौन से टाइप को हम लोग कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं?
बेस टाइप.
बेस टाइप. Okay, I am here running the code. यहाँ पर देखो, whenever I will call print array, so in this wrapper class today as we are having another few minutes are there, so I will discuss it on again on Monday. What is wrapper class, how it is converting base type से class type and class type to base type. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? print array a, तो ये क्या हो गया? integer हो गया. so यहाँ पर value क्या print हो गया? these are the base type. okay, here it is taking the class type value, but here यहाँ पर print क्या हो रहा है? it is printing the base type value. Here also it is accepting the class type value, but यहाँ पर print क्या हो रहा है? It is printing the base type value. So this is internally done by the system, and it is known as your auto boxing, unboxing. So what is wrapper class? What is auto boxing, unboxing? How it is performed? We will discuss in the next class. Okay. For the time being, just note down this example. print array, अगर हम लोग integer array लेंगे, so always we are going to take which type? We are going to take the class type instead of the base type. int की जगह यहाँ पर क्या define हुआ है? Integer for double, small d instead of double, we are writing here class type double, character instead of the base type. यहाँ पर क्या लिखा गया है? Character. Just note down this code. This one is your assignment 3, question number. It is one of the question, I think, question 4 or 5. You note down this question. Okay. Over. Have you all completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on Monday, again, I will continue with the class generics and we will discuss this wrapper class, how it is performing auto boxing and unboxing. You are asking me now one question, that typecasting part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that we will discuss there. Okay. Thank you all.